Hello. Um, so once again, this is not a live stream. And may have noticed that for a while now, I haven't been doing my live streams during the week on the late night hours as I've been doing. Well, what happens is I managed to hurt my back. I don't really know how. I just know that I woke up Monday and I could barely get up. I wasn't sick about anything, I was just really a lot of pain. So I wasn't able to stream. I thought maybe on the Sunday I would be better enough to come back and play the game. But right now I can go back to try and do some stuff. I just can't stay seated long enough before my back starts acting up again. So just as a precaution, I am going to record the chapter 6. I'm gonna do the full recording. I'm gonna do the full recording of chapter 6. I'll come back to stream chapter 0 once my back is okay again. There may be some cuts, some weirdness here and there. I'm gonna try to leave this as seamless as possible. But just so that I don't have to do a live, I don't have to stand up during the live stream over and over, and just so that I don't have to risk not being able to stream next Sunday as well. I'm gonna finish the game recording. I'm gonna record the whole game, the whole chapter 6, and then I'll come back to live stream chapter 0, because this game has a chapter 0. I kinda got spoiled on the wiki when I went to check for someone's name. So yeah, that's about it. Miss Kurokawa, Mr. Mrs. Oh, it is Mrs. What? I solved it. That bug I was talking about. Wait, Kurokawa? Miss Kurokawa. Okay, I just remember who Kurokawa was. Chapter 2. There was a temple, the Kurokawa Shrine. Was it Kurokawa? I don't know. Kurokawa is the name of part of the name of one of the characters from the first game, the Ultimate Exorcist, Kurokawa something. I'll look it up later. So yeah, this woman is not the same Kurokawa. I don't think it's the same Kurokawa. Doesn't look. It looks a lot, but I don't think it is. And here it is. The 7 matters is returning the value void. Huh? What's wrong, Miss Kurokawa? Told you not to refer to me as that name, Mikado Sanoji. Oh. Ah, you certainly did. I'm sorry. That is Mikado. You certainly did. I'm sorry. Have you forgotten? My last name is Mitsumi. If it is that confusing, just call me by my first name. But isn't Kurokawa still right officially? You said before that your husband and daughter were missing. So technically you haven't got divorced yet. Have you come here to talk about such trivial things? No, never. I just... Oh, right, the bug. I fixed it. You are right. And the code. Is it a USB? Do you want to test it right now? Give it a test. Kurokawa. Kokoro Kurokawa. Kokoro? Okay, maybe I got the wrong character. There is a high chance I made up for. I'm really gonna research this. It's not bad, expectedly. I know, right? Now we're finally at the starting line. Ah, Kokoro. I've bought this month's pay in this bag right now, right in here. I'm sorry that I always have to pay it in cash every time. Huh? What's wrong? Is there something troubling you? No, but this, as always, isn't clean money. Is it dirty? If I want to mud or something? Is it spit shine? Spit shine money? I know the security has been the worst ever since the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. But why are you doing this too often? You know, hacking. If you're concerned about money laundering, you have done it quite truly every time. I'm not berating you. Sorry if I got offended. Crime is everywhere these days, and I'm actually quite used to it anyways. It's just that you might get caught if you go too far. Just be on the lookout. You're one of my most important sources of research money. There aren't many people out there who's out to invest in people like me. I'm afraid I can't, Kokoro. I haven't got much time left. Do you mean... Are you referring to that person you talked about last time? Master Utsuro. I need to meet him as soon as possible for my sake. Even if it is just an alter ego created inside a programmed world. Mikado's energy, the emotion you're feeling right now. Is it aspiration? Respect? No. It's awe. To be honest, I don't give a damn about the ultimate luck or anything. If I could meet him for just one moment, I willing to do whatever it takes. Amazing. It's a strong emotion without any doubts. Could I record your data for a sec? Later, please. It's a bit disturbing, to be honest. Alright. The reason why you're creating that alter ego, your relationship with that person, has no relevance with me. To digitalize emotion and analyze it, to digitally create human emotion itself. That objective of mine was finally made true by your request. And that objective merely happened to develop, that's all. That is expected of all, Miss Kokoro. You make things so much easier. That is why I'm requesting specifically you. Specifically, yeah. Why I'm reading specially. Then, the framework has been completed, and we should start a deep learning process with your sample data. Oh, I'll take it from here since I created the base algorithm. You sure? You're the one who requested it, and I'm the one getting paid for it. Lending the equipment necessary is enough reason to pay the money anyways. If that's what you want, then alright. Would you like a cup of coffee? Ah, then please, make it black. Hold on, that is an awful joke that just came up. Hold the joke. Okay. Took a while. The sample data is on the desktop, so go on ahead and input it. I'll be right back. Our laughing hurts. This marks another step forward. Master Utsuro, please wait for me. I will resurrect you. I promise. Let's see. Gosh, Kokoro, we should keep things more arranged. Let's see. Is this the folder? What? What's with this folder? It's not any programming code. It's a different type of data. I haven't deleted this folder yet. Whoa! Why are you so surprised? It's not like you're seeing something you weren't supposed to. Kokoro. This isn't something worth talking about, but it isn't anything worth hiding for either. It's out in the past anyways. It's Kokoro's personal pin-up collection that she got from old porn mags from the past. It may be. I'm always thankful for your support, so I guess I can tell you this much. What are these data files? Haven't you always wondered about my family? About those who were my family? No. Well, of course not. You're lying. I assure you I know more about the emotion curiosity than anyone else in the world. You wouldn't your mind reading again. This is, well, a file containing my daughter's brain map and digitalized electric signals for each response she gets. Digitized. Sorry? It was my lifelong dream to study primate emotions. Primitive. Primitive is a fusion. Primitive emotions. Mikado Sanaji, what do you think the most primitive emotion is? The base emotion of all emotions that is human feels? Yeah, the very first emotion that us humans feel as a living creature. When we first become a living creature. The very essence of emotion. Oh, you should talk about when we are born. Let's see. If I have to make a guess. Here we are. A little thing that looks like a bald mole coming out from, well, I don't think YouTube will let me call it from the base name, especially if this video is as soon as I think it is, from mom's womb. And let's put it like that. It is the right place. I mean, we are a safe place. There is a harsh light in your face. There is cold. We are wet. There is a weird man holding us by our legs or body or skin. I would say is emotion is an unknown field. No one ever could logically explain that what emotion is. But what if you could digitalize the most primitive emotion? Maybe we could further inspect about every identity of us humans. Isn't it fascinating? Is that so? I'm not sure. And what does that have to do with her daughter? Our emotions get largely affected by our surroundings as we grow up. As such, the research about the most primitive emotion in its purest form. I must conduct experiments from the very moment a human being is born. So you got electrodes in your daughter's brain the moment she got out of the womb. Kokoro, you didn't... Yes, I hired her specifically for that project. Oh, okay, she's... See, that's why you don't make waifus out of Kokoro. It was much more convenient than getting another person's child. Much higher security as well. I had her born in the lab, and I started my experiment right away. These files are from back then. Did your husband agree to this? He did it for the record. I didn't think that the genes would have much of an effect, and I searched for a sperm donor. But one of the researchers I knew had a crush on me for the longest time. Made things a lot easier. Well, this is the boring part, so let's skip this. It's just sex. So that means your husband and daughter who went missing. Well, my husband couldn't stand it in the end, so he took off me with my daughter. The husband's or the crush? I lost contact, so I don't know what happened afterwards. Weird. He definitely agreed for the experiments, you know. It was at that point that I realized that motherhood... No. Fatherhood is a much stronger emotion than I thought. Wait, but these files, they have been regularly updated up until a few years ago. That's because she ran away with the scanning chip still in her brain. The ship is run by a semi-eternal battery, so as long as she was alive, the data should have been sent to this PC. Then why did you keep these? The file size is enormous. And why are you planning to use this for research? Gigabytes and terabytes and yottabytes of data. Like, how big is this USB? To record the emotions of one child from the moment she was born to the day she, well, passed. Nah, that's not it. I just forgot. There is a lot of data to handle. As soon as she made contact with the outer world, that primitive, there it is, that primitive emotion must have disappeared. So this is all worthless data. To be honest, I didn't know they even existed before you opened them. Could you please delete them? Alright. What, are you concerned about something? No, I have no right to complain about ethics when my hands are this dirty from all the crimes that I've done. But still, she is your family. You told me that you were an orphan, right? I guess this story sounded a bit irresponsible for someone like you. Sorry, I was being careless. No, not at all. It's not something you should apologize for. I'm fine. Interesting. What is it? I checked some of the data just in case, but my daughter lived quite a life, didn't she? She seemed to have got into Hope's Peak Academy. Come again? And that is a name I recognize, recurring many times from my daughter's memories. Utsuro. Is that the person we're looking for? What's the matter all of a sudden? You surprised me. I'm sorry. Kokoro, you're not joking about this, right? I was only a personal act of trying to meet with him that I contact with you, and yet your daughter ran away and luckily got into Hope's Peaks to somehow meet with him, when I haven't even seen a single sign of him. Can this be fate? Fate, luck. I don't believe in unscientific things. Moving the mic. But this is new information to me as well. No. If you think about it, it's quite simple. This is the power of the divine luck. Yes, it is his power. He is calling me. Him and I are pulled together once again. That could be the only explanation. Master Utsuro. Haha, Master Utsuro. Kokoro. The event that I met with you, that was also by Master Utsuro's will. I want this data to be scanned. All of it. This could prove to be even more important than the AI we're creating. To be honest, I'm a bit tired. What? If it is money, then give us much more, please. I'm tired of your nonsense, you freak. Give me a few more as a tip. I guess I'm skipping sleep tonight. Oh, this is chapter 0. Crap. Would you like to save? Welcome to Void Theater. Oh. The world is falling apart. What was that? Playing edgelord? No, I mean literally. Don't we all know? Everything's over now. If this is happening, the Killing School field trip must have come to an end. Though there is no way for us to find out how it all ended. But I think it's unusual even for Mikado to put a sudden end to everything. Did something go wrong with the plan? Seb's in right. Right in hell, Mikado Sanoji. It's just my speculation. Yeah, what we know for sure is whether Mikado's plans succeeded or not. Our time here is up. If Mr. Utsuro really came back to life, if we can get our fortune back, and even the smallest chance of us coming back to life opens up. No, there's no such chance. Fortune is just that, mere luck. It's impossible to bring people back from the dead. And if it were impossible, Mikado Sanoji would never let it happen. No. I don't want to die. I want to live some more. I want to stay here with you guys. Emma? Snap out of it. We're already dead. Us talking here like this is only a fantasy. We're all in your head, Emma. What remains of it? Is there something like a head there? What? Is that hair? Okay, I gotta call this hair your head. Okay, that is your head. Very long, spindly head. I know. What the hell? Weird sound. I know. I know that. I'm prepared to face the ends. It would be childish to deny that. But I just couldn't help it. Our lives through the past years have been living hell. And when we finally escape those gutters and live a normal life, we're dragged right back down and have to accept it is the end. Now I hate it. Why me? Why do you have to go through all this suffering? Stop it. Crying out like that won't change what's already done. Besides, we all did something terrible. Hey Nike, is there anything you want to say? It might be your last chance. Or you keeping quiet because you don't have a mouth. Fuck it. I'm just waiting for all this to be over. I'm glad that this is a hell of a life is ending. There is no point in living life without power. Yeah, just let me return to dust. Are you sure about that? Well... What about you then? Your health. You wanted to regain your health. You came this far just for that one goal. Why are you so concerned about other people? You must be the most desperate of us. That might be true. But still, there is something that came to my mind when I realized this would be the end. This is what I was fated to be. What? We were all granted power of fortune by Mr. Utsuro, and with that power altered each of our fates. We weren't dragged down to hell. We were there from the very beginning. Fortune may have allowed us a temporary escape, but this is the place where I was supposed to be. You So we can change fate. I don't know. There might have been some way if Mr. Utsuro was still alive. But wouldn't it be better to think that we came back where we belonged? Then we lost everything. At least in your last moments. I may be addicted to the scorpion cult life, but what the hell? Forget it. You're lame. Rather than spend my last moments dealing with the likes of you. What? He's being a good cringe. Shut the fuck up, Nike. I hate you. Go fuck yourself, Nike Yomiuri. I'm gonna lay down here and silently fall into sleep. That's what you want. I'm sorry. Emma? Hmm? Tell me one final joke. Anything's fine. How about I thought you hated them? Just pick one already, it's almost time. Alright. Why do cover deer with extremely good eyesight? Let me think. I don't know. I actually don't know. I know the last one. The last one, the game didn't give an answer, and I kept thinking of it. I got stuck in my head. Which is the monkey that you bring to a casino? It's something like that. It's a chimpanzee. This one I don't know. Oh. But the deer joke. Okay, I gotta give my own joke. I'm not. Master Utsuro, I was happy to meet you. But at the same time, I was unhappy. That's the reason we sent your meeting. So, thank you. And go fuck yourself. Because you are... Oh. What should I say first? Empty. If I were to explain the empty, who is monologuing right now. My name is Empty. Though I doubt anyone really cared empty. As you can see, I'm not empty. I have an empty, as well as empty. I just want empty. For the original empty, student empty, that empty, empty. At any morning. Oh, this is the monologue. The team plates monologue that any students have on. Like when you begin the game, you know, like the original Danganronpa games. You begin the game, this is the monologue that you have. Like you're just standing in front of the school, just being a Debbie Downer. Don't laugh. Empty, 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 empty. Only emptiness. Empty, 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 empty. Right. Alright. Sora, get up. What? Who is this? Sora, are you okay? Huh? Sora, it's me. Are you okay? Do you know where we are? Oh, is this Yorko? This place. Thank God. So glad you're okay, Sora. When I found you on the floor, I thought you were dead. I thought you was dead. I thought you was dead for sure, bro. I thought I was dead. Who are you? Excuse me? This is the first time we met, right? Wait, is it something about you is familiar? So it's me, Yoroko Kabuya. Yoroko? Is that really you? Yes, of course it is. You look like a completely different person. I don't understand either. I look like I did back when I was in high school. In high school? Yoroko, I can't remember. And my theory was correct. I don't know why my memory and my appearance is back, but this is how I look now. Why you still don't believe me? What? My memories might be back, but I still remember everything that happened. I believe in you. I was just a little surprised. Oh, you look very mature though. Well, that's because I'm an adult. I'm an adult. I don't know how old you are, but I'm older. Probably. So should I call you Miss Kabuya? Or are you already married? What? Shut up, I'm not that old. Miss Kabuya. I'm just asking you to treat me how I usually do. It's a joke, Yoroko. By the way, do you know what happened? I want to know the situation. No, we obviously didn't know what to do until your minds went blank. What? We're alive? I think so. What happened to the execution? Why are we on this beach and where are the others? Yoroko, I have a question. We're still in a virtual world, right? No, you're not. The world naturally has ones and zeros floating all over the place. I'm actually one of the lucky persons that managed to marry a 2. Which is very rare, mind you. Like, it doesn't happen in usual binary relationships, but like, yeah. It's not that rare though. My sister married a 3. But I don't think that ones and zeros and ones are normally flying around in the real world. And the sky's purple if you know it. Oh yeah, there's that. Did you say that your memories are back? Yeah, I don't know why. So how did you get kidnapped and forced into the killing game? I'll tell you, just wait a second. My mind is still a little fuzzy. Fuzzy? I'm sure I was working as usual, then someone... Sorry, I don't remember the details, but I know for sure it was a surprise attack. I was going for my car and then some guy wearing a hoodie and a gas mask just put a syringe in my back. And I found myself in a ship and it started to sink and no wait, that's a different game. If you don't want to remember, you don't have to. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. In any case, we know what's going on now, so I think we need to check. The student handbook is completely broken. There's some weird static in the rules section. Sora, look at this. The reset code is unlocked. Did this bring my memories back? Let me check mine. Yep. Oh, mine is like that too. Really? So have you remembered anything? They should be back. Real memories. You remember before, right? Oh yeah, I'm kinda tired, was it? Have you got any other memories apart from hers? I should have, but I don't feel any different from how I did in the last trial. Now the change of my appearance must have something to do with the reset code. But you haven't changed at all, so maybe it didn't work for you. I don't know. The reset code is not absolute. The reset code just initialized the temporary state of data. Temporary state? What's that? Wait, what? Monochrome. Pleasure to see you. It is the original. Pleasure to see you all again. What do you want this time? No, wait a second. I'm no longer your enemy. What bullshit are you trying to pull? You work for Mikado. Yoriko, wait a minute. Monochrome, I wanted to talk to you. Sora? The day I arrived on the 5th island. When that happens, you tried to tell us something, right? Yes. Why didn't you say anything? And what did you do after that? I think your condition was weird. And there is got to be a reason that you're here, right? Still as seasoned as ever, Miss Sora. I'll admit you was half right. Half right? Once my data was initialized, it doesn't make sense for me to be here anymore. So in theory, my personality should be dead, but I have somehow come back to life. Now that I have a few moments of freedom, I came here to you. What are you talking about? Don't you understand? I'm here to help you guys. To help us? You see, both your reset codes have been activated, right? Seeing how Yoriko's avatar has been released. But nonetheless, you lack information. To beat that monster Mikado, you need information. Am I wrong? Wait a minute, you're acting weird. You've been on Mikado's side all this time, so why are you helping us now? Well, I'm not sure either. I think the default value of my algorithm is to help humans. Algorithm? All programs act as such algorithms, and the principle of those determined by a default value. Well, not exactly been trustworthy so far, so you have to make a choice if you trust me or not. I won't force you. As Yoriko said, I've been working for Mikado, so why would you trust me? However, I am no longer under the jurisdiction of Mikado, so now my action is to help you. I hope you believe that much. What should we do? Sora? Monochrome, what do you know about Mikado's plan? What are the others, and what is going on? Well, not all of them are here, but I could show you where they are. Yoriko, let's take his help. Are you serious? It's hard to understand the situation with just us two alone. Besides, we don't know where the others are. And we could always use some eyes in the sky. They have the perfect bird for that. Please don't address me as just a bird. I'm a penguin. Oh, he's a crow. Right, I'm suspicious of one crow, but he has been acting weird for the past few days. However, if you betray us, he will die. Do not worry, my algorithm isn't programmed to lie. So it's safe to assume that I have decided there is nothing else on this beach. We should leave. Move? To where? To the singularity. Please talk to me when you're ready. I want you to start right away. What a sudden reunion. Monochrome is suddenly back to his usual self. I'm still not sure if he's our ally or our enemy. But I'm sure Monochrome something that could be useful. I'm sure Monochrome knows something that could be useful. What happened to us? Who knows what the future may hold? It is time to uncover the truth. The Moon of Hope and the Sun of Despair. The proper chapter 6. It didn't ask me to save, how rude. I don't think there is anything else to check. There's this hole. There's a hole. No, it's just a... There's a gravestone on the water. There's a piece of a mountain on the sand. Why am I laughing at a gravestone? Is this guy moving? No. Are you ready? Right. Let's move right away. Wait a minute, Monochrome. Just what is the singularity? Wait, before that, do you even need to go to it? Mikado's plan, and the reason why we got trapped in this kidding game. If you already know, just tell us here. She's right. Don't be suspicious. If you have any information for us, just tell right away. Oh, I thought you already knew about Mikado's plan. Huh? Nike said everything a few days ago, remember? Besides, the reset codes were solved, so I think I already come to your conclusion. Yuki, Utsuro, he's trying to meet them. Is that what you're talking about? Well, his goal is to put Utsuro's personality over Yuki's, therefore aiming to resurrect the Divine Luck. Of Divine Luck. Did I read that right? Is that what you already concluded in Higa City? That's... Wait a minute, only me, Sora and Yuki were there, so how do you know about that? That's because I am the overseer of this world. Currently, this virtual world is erroneous due to external intervention. You can tell what happened from the strange environment that surrounds us, right? When that happened, our security was destroyed, and without my admin privileges, I know little information what happened since. So just tell us what information you do know. Well, what a temper from Miss Kaguya here. Always so impatient. I have judged that seeing it for yourself would be faster than my explanation. It's only a waste of time talking here. I see. I know for a fact that it's not me or Mikado causing this intervention. It would be impossible to move to such a place for us. Follow me. The coordinates of the map are all lined up, so it would be just up ahead. I don't think he listened to a single word I said. Can't be helped. We should just do what Monochrome says for now. At the end of the day, it's only a matter of time before Mikado realizes something's wrong and comes to execute us again. That's a wise judgment. Now, follow me. Due to the unnatural linking of these locations, you may feel some uneasy upon movement. Please keep that in mind and have a safe travel. Oh, white light. We have arrived. This is the first singularity. My head is spinning. What is this? What is going on? As I said, this world is full of errors. It seems the objects are misplaced. It's not just that. When I woke up, what is wrong with this English? When I woke up, we was on a sandy beach. And now we're somehow inside a building. It's like, it's not wrong, it's just like, it's suddenly a bunch of gangsters started talking. Yo man, we was like doing your biz, and this cop just shows up and go like bam, right in the back of your head. Like we stole nothing, bro. We stole nothing. Goddamn coppers. Wait, is this maybe the first island? Correct, the bell tower. This is where the first murder took place. In the virtual world, murders are of great significance. From this error, I should be able to do various manipulations here. This way. You go first. Huh? There's a grave. It's Yuri! What is this machine? Wait, there's somebody inside. He seems familiar somehow. Yuri? The person is Yuri Kagarin, right? A suspicious capsule type machine reminiscent of a tube. It's a gravestone, what are you talking about? Like the sleeping body of Yuri, who was an adult like we saw in that video. You're all aware that the one who died in the star was Yuri, right? What? Why is Yuri? No, more importantly, what is this machine? This machine is a device that connects the real and virtual worlds. In other words, this is the connector to the virtual world program where we currently reside. Connector. In the real world, just like Yuki, you two are in a capsule like him, asleep. So Yuri has returned to his real body. Moving the microphone again. Wait a minute. Yuri fell from the top of the tower, but there's no cuts and no wounds? Wait, is Yuri alive? No, Yuri is very much dead. What's in this device is just an empty body. No, Yuri is very much dead. What's in this device is just an empty body. Because the virtual world connects directly to the brain, so a death in here is a death in the real world. There are no exceptions. I feel like the microphone is out of place for some reason. I move my monitor, like, just for the sake of my posture, I moved my monitor up with a few books, so now I think the microphone is out of place. Sorry about the noise. So everyone who died is still dead. After he saw the real nature of Nike, it's just a retard. He was lying. But hearing Monocro say it like that, they're all gone. So why is Yuri still here? And why is that capsule here with him? I already told you. Told us? This place is entirely virtual. Your body is exactly the same. It's just like a game avatar, so to speak. And with administrator rights, you can change the look of an avatar. So in other words, someone arbitrarily manipulated the body of the dead Yuri. Does that mean? It wasn't a person who intervened, it was due to the reset codes. When a reset code is activated, your avatar returns to the state of the original body. If you don't believe me, let me show you. Booba! Wait, what? I'm back to looking like... It's still Booba, but covered. I'm back to normal. Originally, such a power would be impossible, but in this state, it is possible to manipulate it. Oh, we're just talking nonsense. Let's get back to the important parts about Yuri's reality. To be precise, somebody called the connection device in reality. That was the reason. The connection device? Is there something like that in the capsule machine? Well, as far as I'm aware, this device will show information. Ah, here we are. This is his profile. That's all we know about Yuri Gagarin. Please have a read. Name Yuri Gagarin, Japanese and Russian raised, mid-20s. From a young age, he inherited the Gagarin Corporation. He hated men very much, but was able to see the varied abilities of humans, and became an outstanding businessman and developed the Gagarin Corporation to new heights. Using independently developed AI called Yuri for space explorations, he successfully contributed greatly to the space industry, and became one of the symbols of the next generation hope. Influenced by a goal from his past, he was determined to devote himself to helping women's welfare. It's like a lot of great achievements, but still nothing special. What do you mean? Still the same old Yuri. Way to undermine a guy, jeez. Creating an AI, like, help, like, space development and stuff. He's mid-20s. Like, what the hell, Yorko? Not only Yuri's body was big, he himself was. So what does it have to do with the situation? Miss Sora, do you not remember? Yeah, what? Well, I am aware you have recovered your memories as a Kanitaira. Am I wrong? Yuri Kagari met a Kanitaira as a child. Oh, he did? Wait, so Sora? Yuri, who originally rejected men and worshipped women. The reason he became so obsessed with women, was because Yuri hired Akane Taira as a worker for him. Then does that mean, Sora, do you remember meeting him as Akane Taira? I'm not too sure. I can't remember for certain. Well, I don't really remember everyone I met whilst I was a maid. Right. Well, whether Miss Sora remembers Yuri or not doesn't really matter. What is important is, Yuri had knowledge of Akane Taira. Why is that important? Why does that matter? Why does that matter? Because that is the reason because that was the reason they was caught in the killing game. All of you Yutsuro, the very purpose of Mikado. He brought to Hao here because he was related to his classmates during Yutsuro's time at Hope Speak Academy, where he was. What? Including me? Minako Tomori. Does that name seems familiar? Minako Tomori. Minako Tomori. Oh, the ultimate cheerleader. Minako? Wait, how do you know her? Minako Tomori is the only daughter of Kizuna Tomori. Is the ultimate cheerleader of the 79 class at Hope Speak. She was one of Utsuro's classmates. Huh? No way. What? Minako is a mad woman. Is it really a surprise? But she really has a husband and a daughter. Why? Did you two have a thing going on? Now, Minako was the madam at the bar I used to work in high school. Even though I was a minor, and she looked after me so I could work with her. To think she was a married woman. But this isn't about her. It is about Minako's daughter who went to Hope Speak, right? Yes, to be more precise, the Hope Speak Academy 79th class. Allow me to say this one more time. The reason we became a target for Mikado was because we were more or less related to the 79th class students. In the case of Miss Sora, Akane Taira was part of the 79th class herself. So that is self-explanatory. So you're telling me... The way his explanation is going is like they did the Despair Girls thing, where not the Despair Girls. Remember the motive videos from the first game, both the original Danganronpa and Danganronpa Another. It was all about what happened to your missed relatives. What happened to your relatives? It was very similar, like Danganronpa Another and the first game, the first Danganronpa, where the characters would see the video about your relatives being happy and whatnot, and then suddenly something bad happens and there was just destruction. Monokuma is like, oh, I wonder what happened to your parents. Well, kill someone to survive the class trial to see what did. And then Despair Girls kind of says what happens, like they were all not everyone, but someone probably related to the motive video was captured and put as a house arrest situation into a city to be used as some kind of backup plan, I guess, in case Junko's plan went south or something bad happened during the plan. What they're saying here is that instead of we having a Ultra Despair Girl situation, we have the characters that got captured put into a killing game, like the parents and the people related to the parents, and more or less. Like Yoroko isn't related to the ultimate cheerleader, but is related to a relative to the ultimate cheerleader, which was in chapter 0 of the first Danganronpa Another, by the way. You kind of play as the mother. Kind of. Wait a minute. Madam's daughter and Sora were classmates. Minako's age at the time, and then her daughter was in high school. That means... Grandma Kabuya? What? Oh, no, I wasn't trying to calculate her age. Well, age doesn't matter, so just please stop calling me that. So Yoriko is about... She's past her 20s? I'm gonna say around the 30s, maybe? But something between the late 20s and early 30s, I guess. Is that a touchy moment over? Is that touchy moment over? Can I continue? All of you, except the members of Voids, were related to the 79 class in some way. No, technically the Voids sought help from the 79 class member Utsuro. Since they're technically related, it means all of you are related to the 79 class. Come to think of it, Teria was part of the 79 class I hope speak as well. Then, was Teria also a classmate of Utsuro? Correct. In Mikado's plan, everyone was supposed to have a slight relation to the 79 class. Excuse me. But there were some people who were in the 79 class themselves. That includes Akanitara. That's you, Sora. And that's the reason we're in this terrible situation. Because we had connection to the 79 class. So I did Void Mikado's collect everyone connected to the 79 class. In order for Yuki to become Utsuro, he needed to create a similar environment to the previous game. Mikado called it reproduction growth. Reproduction? I had no choice. It was to create a conflict of man versus woman for the exact reproduction. Killing Yuri was the only way to do that. Him dying was a fact alone would be enough. As expected, he stirred up theories of a woman being the culprit. I'm sorry, Mikado, I messed up in your reenactment. It shouldn't be a surprise, considering the flawless of your reenactment of this case. Quite unlike a certain incapable person. Reproduction of the case is the order of the killing game we've been through so far. It was previously mentioned after the trials. Miss Dara, part of the 79 class. Miss Sora, if you really are her, you should remember. Remember how his killing game is similar to the killing game of this killing game is similar to this killing game of the 79 class. That's right. Teria said that the 79 class went through a killing game as well. About Utsuro, you must have heard about him from Sora on the last island. You remember? Yuki is biologically identical to Utsuro, but mentally they are different people. I think I was supposed to say something here, let's just... So Mikado wanted to replace Yuki's personality with Utsuro, as such he was chosen as a virtual world so he could connect directly. In conclusion, Utsuro was in the 79 class, and the two killing games were very similar. In the virtual world, Yuki suffered the same turning. This is Mikado's plan. The trials that Nike talked about, his reenactment process. I was expecting this to some extent, but after hearing it myself, it truly was terrible. Now that my memory as a Kanitara has returned, I remember clearly what I did, and the terrible hell of the killing game. My memories when I opened my eyes on Utsuroshima was ambiguous. It felt like a dark past. But now, I remember everything clearly. During that time, he and I did something terrible. It's a terrible time that I don't ever want to repeat again. And Mikado Sanoji did it all over again. To Yuki, who has done nothing wrong. Was dragged into this selfish purpose again. Not just Yuki, everyone was dragged into this because of the 79 class. Wait a minute, after the war and the tragedy, human scientific advancements were rapid and technologically improved day by day. With the technology of the Toa group, I know artificial intelligence and other things of the sort had begun to appear. But no matter how much you think about it, covering a personality with somebody else's is, no matter how similar the environments and the conditions are, is it really possible? It's basically like brainwashing. If it is possible or not, this theory has already been proved by someone before. They even managed to implement this in practice before. What? Junko Enoshima. Have you ever heard of her? Junko Enoshima? She's the cause of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Junko Enoshima. She corrupted Tsuro, and as a result, most of the class of 79 died. She's the root of this world chaos. Well, she died a long time ago, after popping up a few too many times. So you don't need to worry so much about her. In the past, Junko Enoshima modified a virtual world called the New World Program. It was used to override someone's personality with her own. AKA the plan to turn everybody into herself, of course with the work of many others. Her plan failed, and Junko Enoshima is completely dead. For realsies, this time. For fuck's sake. That doesn't make any sense. Then Mikado used that plan as a motivation of his own. Did he actually implement the idea? And what does the symbol on the capsule device mean? This is the connection device to the New World program. It is a stolen version that was plugged with a thermal plate. He stole it? Why did Mikado get such manpower? Unfortunately, I don't know that. I'm only supposed to drag the killing game, the Mono mascot, taking the place of Monokuma. Even Mikado did give me the full details. So we were forced into the killing game that would throw in through, because the 79 class was already dead. So we were used as alternatives, as substitutes in other words. Yes, Yuri here, Yoriko, as well as everyone else were in the same situation. Huh? Why is the serious face, Sora? Why so serious, Sora? No, that can't be it. There's gotta be something more. Yoriko and everyone else were kidnapped by Mikado. What? There's more. Still as sharp as always, Miss Sora. Correct. In addition to the people related to the 79 class condition, there was some other criteria they had to reach. And they were: you have to be a Hope Speak Academy student. Huh? This is the essential and irreplaceable condition that Mikado learned using trial and error. Oh. In addition to this and the 79 killing game, there have been several others. There was even a killing game that took place with the Hope Speak Academy officials. I'm not sure why, but Utsuro's personality was covered up. But the ultimate talent was absolutely necessary. Wait, what are you talking about? I've never been to Hope Speak Academy. That is correct. You wasn't a student, so you're the Hope Speak Academy. Then here is the problem. When you started the school trip, why did your memory go back to when you was in high school? Huh? You all should know since your memories are returned, but you see, Hope Speak Academy was already closed several years ago. So the ultimate students that were considered the symbols of hope in this world could no longer be found. That is why Mikado decided to kidnap all the people who were considered a symbol of hope. Read Yuri's profile carefully again. He's an independently developed AI called Yuri for space explorations. He successfully contributed significantly to the space industry, and became one of the symbols of next generation hope. So the Ultimates are not students. The Ultimates are people who made who made an impact on the rebuilding of society after the destruction because of the thing that Junko did. Basically, this game happened way after. Maybe before V3? Or maybe this is like parts of the of the whole series of things that happened before V3 happens. But what matters is this is years and years and years after Danganronpa 2. The original one. The symbol of hope for the next generation. After the tragedy, major restoration had to begin. Among them, there were people who had great contribution for the restoration work. Those people were the next generation of hope, just as the same as the ultimate students were. So they were ultimate. They just didn't go to Hope Speak. They were never selected, so they were not official Hope Speak students. But they had talent. They were called the symbols of hope. Mikado focused on that, on the talent itself, and as such brought everyone's age back to when they were in high schools. In other words, you are virtual ultimate students. Come on, wait a second. A symbol of the next generation of hope, does that include me? But I don't have any achievements that could earn me that talent. You're too humble, Miss Kaguya. You certainly deserve the title. You are a counselor, correct? Really? Well, I did some volunteering through the speaking skills I learned as a hostess, and became a psychologist. Of course, I did gain a little recognition, but not to the extent of being called that. It is through the counseling that Yoriko did that she began to stand out after the tragedy. She helps a lot of people who are physically and mentally damaged by the disaster. And all for the small cost of absolutely diddly squat. Many people suffer from PTSD, and thanks to Yoriko's hard work, got through the traumas. She healed PTSD. That's a lot. And that got her the title of being the symbol of the next generation of hope. PTSD is hard to get through. Yoriko, that's awesome. Well, that being said, shouldn't I have been the ultimate counselor instead? Why was I chosen as the ultimate hostess? That's not what I was known for. Your talent and memory were inexorably linked. If you were selected as the ultimate psychologist, your memories wouldn't sync well, since you wasn't a psychologist at the time. So does that mean everyone else actually had a talent as well? Correct. Yuri here was no different. He was famous in the space industry. A symbol of hope for the next generation. For some point, everybody began to call me that. A considerable amount of time had passed since Hope Speak shut down, and people still were desperate for some hope. That's how humans are. Just how mankind created religion, they needed something to believe in. Humans are always hungry for hope, and they were afraid of despairs. That's why they created symbols of hope. So heroes. Then an age of new heroes started to rise. When you said that, something came to mind. Monokuro, are you human? When the killing school trip first started, I didn't know anything, and I thought there may be someone who controls you behind the scenes. But as the story of the virtual world came out, and from Mikado's remarks, you seemed to be more than someone being controlled when he was talking about your memories returning. If Monokuro was created by Mikado specifically for this plan, you'll be right to call you artificial intelligence, right? A swing and a miss. He was only half right this time. Of course, I am an artificial intelligence, but I am not made by Mikado. What then? Just who are you? My real name is Yuri. Mikado hacked me into another program. Yuri? Wait, that's actually cool. Yeah. This is the third time I'm reading this. Symbols of hope next generation. Monokuro, Yuri's. Yes, I guess you could call me. I could call the real Yuri my father. Didn't I say? My purpose is to help humans. Originally, my purpose was to manage various flights. I might have been developed for that. Even though most of my data has been modified, I still have no memory of being the AI Yuri. What? Why the hell is the AI created by the Kagarin Corporation being modified for such a killing game? Mikado is extremely focused on efficiency. For him, Mr. Kagarin's AI had the necessary conditions for the plan. I was been the best prey. So he kidnapped Yuri and he stole the artificial intelligence, that's what you're saying. So in summary, in addition to an AI created by the next generation of Hope would be fitting for this plan. This isn't a very good story. Well, I don't know all of Mikado's actions. All the memories of me being the AI Yuri have been erased. I just went through the killing game as programmed. But now that I know my identity, I can clearly remember that what took place because of the program. Which is why I'm helping you both. An unimaginable identity. Yuri was deeper in Mikado's plan than we all thought. But of course, Yuri's dead. He was also a victim. The scary thing is how someone executed all those large-scale crimes. But this was all done by the person called Mikado Sanoji. Even after we got our memories back, we still didn't know much about Mikado himself. Monochrome, if you look at it, you're also a victim of Mikado. It was being hard for someone that was programmed for good purposes. I need to rest my legs hurry. We get to a saving point soon. To be doing horrible stuff for Mikado like that? Well, that's not exactly the case. Huh? This body is simply a program algorithm. I'm just an AI. I have no emotions. I laugh, act gloomy, get angry, etc. Not because it's how I actually feel, it's because I was programmed this way. But artificial intelligence is not human. As an AI, I have no feelings of guilt. The only person who committed a crime is Mikado. However, distinguishing the good and the bad, there is no function for that. I'm helping you now because I realized my original role, because that is what my algorithm says to do. An artificial person that acts on his own emotion and ignores algorithms. Well, that's what we would call an alter ego. You do not need to sympathize with me or worry about me. You only have to use me. Because all I am is a tool to help humans. Human! Artificial intelligence that acts according to the algorithm. Monochrome's actions are not based on emotion. They're simply deduced using his systems. But even so, I am sorry. No, it's nothing. It would be meaningless for me to talk any longer. My role is soon to end anyway. Was that really it? If his behavior is really just an algorithm, what did all of those other times mean? Now let us move to the second singularity. Time might be infinite, but not for us. You may feel dizzy between moves, so try to mentally prepare yourself before you begin. Can I save? Please tell me I can save. I can save, okay. Oh, Virtual World Avatar. Yuri Kagarin. Hope Speak 79 class. New World Program. Next Generation Symbols of Hope. Monochrome. That's a lot of bullets. Okay, let me save the game real quick, please. Okay, I'm going to come back. Are you ready? Right, let's move right away. Again, prepare yourselves for the dizziness. Come this way. I'm busy. Is this one of the private rooms? Welcome to the second singularity, Kokoro's private room. I think I'll remember it. Kokoro's room? This is where the second murder took place. Wait, but how? This is the monocruise. I thought Mikado blew it up. Well, I guess you could say it's a backup data. Common sense doesn't apply in a virtual world full of glitches. Don't think too hard about it. Please come this way. We follow Monochrome to the corner of the room. Just as it was the first singularity, there was somebody inside the capsule machine. A middle-aged woman. Is this Kokoro? Is this Kokoro? Yes, this is how Kokoro looked in the real world. Well, to be more accurate, should I call her Kokoro Kurokawa? Kurokawa? That is Kokoro's last name. She is married. Kokoro was married? She was that old? So like me and Yuri, she is considered a next generation symbol of hope, and related to the 79 class of Hope's Peak. Yes, however, this is not relevant. Miss Kurokawa, is the mother of the ultimate exorcist, Mikako Kurokawa, and she is a member of the 79 class of Hope's Peak Academy. Wait, Mikako? My head. Sora? What's wrong? What a nostalgic name it must be for dear Sora. Well, Kokoro here is only related to Mikako by blood. They haven't actually met for a long while. There were circumstances that caused this was Mikako was disowned by her mother and raised separately. Circumstances? Like other circumstances. I don't know the details. Mikado only gave me the information I needed to know. I'm sorry, I don't know everything. What's with your silence, Miss Sora? No, it's nothing. I was just a little surprised to hear the name. Well, alright. Let's do the same as last time. Please read the information for yourself. Name Kokoro Kurokawa. She was a famous psychologist who has published multiple theses in the past. But after some unknown circumstances, she disappeared from the academic world, and her location is unknown. In the late years of her work, she went beyond psychology into the AI field, and even brain science. She was confirmed from her studies. It seems she had a daughter with somebody, but has been lost for a long time. The current status of the child is unknown. Kokoro. As you all know, Miss Mitsune has an excellent brain. She was considered a symbol of hope for the next generation. Although she never attended Hope's Peak, and she wasn't even a high school student. It would have been strange if she was accepted in Hope's Peak Academy herself. It wouldn't have been. Wait a minute, isn't something off here? Yorko? Look at her profile. Of course it looks like she was famous in the past. How come I haven't heard about her? Huh? This is the first time I heard the name Kokoro Kurokawa. So how could she be one of the next generation symbols of hope? Monochrome, do you even know what you're saying? As far as I know, the next generation symbols of hope were the hope in the world. So how could her name not be known? Are you sure you're not getting it wrong? In fact, her profile says nothing about her being a symbol of hope. No, Mikado told me this directly. He needed talented people to replace the ultimate students. But, as Yorko said, it is a little weird. Are you sure when being fooled by Mikado? Well, as I said prior, I do not know everything. So maybe there are details I'm not sure of. Let's put this topic on hold. I don't think we'd get an answer by going in circles like this. Giving up already? Yes, intelligence and artificial intelligence. It is because of my artificial intelligence that I gave up so quickly, Miss Sora. My body is like a computer, so to speak. My thinking speed far exceeds for the human brains. And nothing comes to mind, no matter how much you think about it. It's safe to say I have no idea. Really? Even if you're an ally, you're not much help. Reminds me of Nike. It really doesn't matter that much. But the more I think about it, the more strange it becomes. Why is it only Kokoro's information that is like this? We're only at the beginning, and there is already so many problems. Still, Monocro is the reason we're getting this far. At least we're making some meaningful progress. Sora, this might be a weird time to ask, but didn't Teria say all but 3 of the 79 class had died in the killing game? Won't that mean that you died? And that Kokoro Mitsune's, no, Kokoro Kurokawa's daughter is already. Was she your friend? We're classmates after all. Are you okay, Sora? I think so. After my memories came back, I remember all of my classmates. They were all wonderful. Nevertheless, over the past few days, we've gone through the trouble of life and death. Even now, with my memories back, I still miss my friends who died back in the tragedy. But you're still just Sora. Akaretari is there too. And all of the 79 class were our classmates. Even though we're all fake friends, you still hurt Sora. All of our classmates on these islands are dead. It's a waste of time. Huh? But rather than this, wouldn't it be better to gather more information soon? The whereabouts of that bastard Mikado and the others. Yeah, the others. Monocro, do you know where the others are? The others? Are you talking about Yuki and Iroha? Mikado may have the higher authority, so I cannot locate him specifically, but the others I can find for sure. Anyways, since the coordinates are meaningless, I'm sure we will come across them soon. Wait a minute, Sora. What's with that reaction? Mikako, I don't know what type of person she was, but she still died in the killing game, like Teria said. I don't deserve to mourn them. As I said, Yorko, Akaritara committed many sins that cannot be washed away that easily. I just don't want to talk about it right now. Sora, what exactly did you do? Well, where to start? Should I start with the letter A or with the number 1? Or maybe 0. How do you like 0 more? The last time we talked about this, we didn't exactly get much time to talk. Because of the mother and stuff. What the hell did you do that's so unforgivable? Why can't I know? I don't want to talk about it. You just hate me for it. Sora, I told you the other day. I want to know what happened no matter what. Remember, I'm always on your side. I want to help you, Sora. Please tell me how you feel. If you can't do that, then we... Hey, you two fighting? This isn't exactly time for this. Yorko, I trust you. But we're still not completely out of the Void's plan yet. That is true. It's very painful for me. If I remember now, I'd just be stuck with the same painful memory, and I couldn't move forward. So I'll tell you as soon as you get out of here. Sora, I know that you're angry, but just this once, can we stop this? Besides, we just lost each other recently. I don't want to fight you. I feel the same. I want to fight with you either, Sora. Well, you're right, confessing your sins isn't exactly an easy task. Must be too forward. I'm sorry, Sora. No, you're not. Good, good. Glad we made up. Such a touching friendship. We always managed to get along so well. Stop being nosy. You're free from Mikado now, right? And you're still poking your beak in other people's business. Sorry. It's a habit. Monocro, there is nothing else about Kokoro, right? Yes, to tell the truth, Kokoro is an unusual case. If you're ready to move on to the next singularity, should we go? Wait, Monocro, how long are we going to do this for? Until we're taking care of all the singularities. previous two singularities were the crime scenes, right? So should we next one be the ghost house? Oh right. That's the first time he did that, I guess. The pose, the T pose. So if the singularities are the crime scenes, there should be 3 more left? Correct. What are we going to do after this is all over? About that, I don't know. What? I know I keep saying this, but I don't know everything. But I don't know more than I know. All I can do is show you the profiles and give an approximate indicator of the events. It's up to you to decide what to do after that. What? Well, I guess we was leaving everything in the monochrome. Until a while ago, I was calling you suspicious. I'm sorry, Monochrome. I've said this before. I am only a tool. Give me one sec. Oh. Something fell when I can't get. I have to get help in the morning. You do not need to apologize to me for anything. Yoroko, let's save this for later. We have Yuki to find anyway. Let's focus on all the information Monochrome has for us. Yeah, let's do that. It just feels so dizzy every time we move. It's terrible. What happened? Mikako Kurokawa. The sin committed back then. What I want to say to Yoroko. Was this really right? No, I shouldn't be asking that now. The investigation comes first. Kokoro Kurokawa. Scenes of the maze lady? Father person? You ready? Right, let's move right away. Again, prepare yourself for the dizziness. Come this way. That's my water bottle, by the way. Whoa, it's a crunchy bottle. Sorry about that. Dizzy again. Is it just me or is the landscape breaking even more? It's because there is a lot of data to be processed. You better hurry. No, this way. That is 3 capsules? Well, it's for Setsuka and the twins. So following the pattern so far. It's because the Void members are stuck in the Void. And the people who are not the Voids that enacted murders are not stuck in the Void, so... Yeah. So the Void members' consciousness is still up. The only ones that can actually revive, I guess, would be the Voids if the one wasn't just zapped into static, I guess. These mechanical devices are the singularities, and the dead are in the place where they died. That is correct. That is weird. The only one who died in the ghost house was Setsuka, but the twins are here. So why weren't Hajime and Emma in the first 2? Well, that's right, but these parts are for the victims, not criminals. And to some extent the twins were here also victims. Well, that's... Oh, what's wrong? Are there ghosts? There's someone behind the pillar. Where the hell am I? How do we get out? I'm just gonna... I hate you, Mikado. I hate you, Mikado. Hiroha? She said it. I'm sorry, Mikado. Please forgive me. Sora and Yoroko? It has been a while, Miss Newway. Monochrome, what are you doing here? How did you get here? No matter how much I try to leave, I can't escape. The answer is simple. You cannot move between coordinates because you're not an administrator. I brought these two humans. Is it because... Okay, she is stuck here, I guess, because she was designed to kill and die on this island. So I guess her coordinates are stuck to this island. I see. Well, it certainly looks like you're back to normal. Then can I go home now? After all you've done, that's all I have to say. Man, it hurts. Miss Yoroko, violence is against the... No, I'm no longer a teacher, the rules do not matter. Why are you overreacting? Sora, you should just be as mad as me. I haven't even shouted at her. She cooperated with Mikado and helped kill Tyria. She almost got us all killed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Stop it, Yoroko. We can't change what happens. There's something I'm gonna ask her. Ow, it hurts. Iroha, I know you was on Mikado's... I know you was on Mikado's sap. That doesn't matter anymore. Come on, tell your homies. I know you were just a cleaner. You weren't there to do the deeds. You dropped the gun and got the cannoli. That's fine, man. That's fine. But please, tell me Zeus wasn't more involved in the plan. I can understand why you did what you did. Even after Hajime was betrayed, you couldn't give up on the plan. Because you were desperate. You need to reach your heaven again. My heaven? How do you know about divine luck? Just shut up and listen. But now that you come this far, you should know now. Mikado Sanoji only sees you as a tool. So even now, you have another choice. Join Mikado again, or you could give us a chance. What do you say? The school rules doesn't apply anymore. You're not gonna be punished for betraying the voids. But also, I've been thinking about this. The moment Mikado threw her under the bus and modified the plan so that she wasn't the one who killed Tyria. He modified the plan so that she only gave sugar to Tyria, and the one who actually gave the cyanide to Tyria was Mikado. So in other words, the moment he did that, he dismissed her as a member of Void and just allowed her to die. In other words, she's not a member of Mikado's Void anymore. So she's not a traitor. She fulfilled her role. She's following the rules. She's not a member of Void. She can tell his dirty secrets all over. He slept on my bed. Oh, don't laugh. Fuck me. Don't do weird voices either. Give me a second. Okay, I'm fine. I wanted to join you. But the school rules? The school rules? It was why Nike died. If you betray Void, you get killed yourself. Do you really think I stuck up to Mikado because I liked him? I couldn't do anything. The school rules were only added after Shinji died and the trial was over. So why? Why didn't you reveal yourself when Nike did? Explain that one, Iroha. That's because... Alright, calm down, Yoroko. It's not the time or the place to have these arguments. We're not completely innocent either. You kinda tried to kill too. Now's not the time to feel guilty. Really? What? Why are you shouting out of a sudden? Sora? No, it's nothing. Anyway, I'll pay the price for my sins one day, but for now I have to stop Mikado. If you just leave him, he will continue his evil plans, and there will be even more victims. You can only prevent this with your own hands. Think about it. Don't worry about the rules, Iroha. Maybe it's because of the Yahoo in the virtual world, but all the rules in the world are now obsolete. Oh, you're right, the e-handbook. I don't like it either, but you're the last remaining voids left except for Mikado. So if you ever felt anything for us, I hope you will help us. I get it. I'll help you. Monokuro began to briefly explain all the details to Iroha, very smoothly. So, do you know why the execution stopped? It's obvious, somebody forced the termination of the virtual world. And thanks to this termination, I'm here to help you all. Scared. I was really scared. If it has been just a few seconds later, my head would have been splattered all over the wall. I hate it. I hate it. Stop being so loud, shut up. Sora, tell her to stop screaming, it's so scary. So there you have it, Iroha. Wait, weren't you surprised by Yoruko's appearance? Oh? Huh? Come to think of it, when Sora woke up, she didn't even recognize me at all. So how did you know who I was straight away? Well, according to Nike, our Void members received a profile on all of us. Iroha, so that's how you knew, right? Yes. Even though you just said it. Mikado gathered talented people from all over the country and erased their memories and returned them back to their high school days. The symbols of the next generation of hope. Iroha, your reset code being unlocked, right? But you haven't even changed a little. Well, actually, the voids don't have reset codes. Huh? Well, they do, but the codes doesn't do anything. What does that mean? Wait, you don't even know? Looks like you need a detailed explanation of the reset codes. The reset codes synchronize your data modulation to the virtual world with the real world. In other words, it does exactly what it says on the tin. Literally initially resets your manipulated data. However, unlike the rest of you, the voids have no tempered data, so the code stays the same. No tempered data? So you're saying that in reality this is how Iroha looks? Didn't you ask a while ago why Emma and Hajime had no pods, correct? The pod was imported in the reset code in mind. Here's what happens when the victim returns to the original body. When a void returns to its initial states, there is no backup data, so it does not change. I am so confused. Basically, you're not an avatar. You're just a tiny human. So in other words, you can retrieve void's data. You can see it that way. I can only speak technically. Programming language is hard to explain. And even if they could retrieve void's data, nothing would have changed. Huh? The voids were brought by Mikado to simply fill the numbers out. They were just cattle. The voids are not part of the next generation symbols of hope, and I do not have any memory, any more information than that. So if they're not a next generation of hope, and they're not ultimate students, does that mean they have no talents? I didn't go to Hope's Peak Academy either, and I'm no ultimate student. Nevertheless, we're still recognized for our talent, so what does that mean for them? Wait, does it make sense that Void should be talented too? Considering the abilities we've seen Void perform so far. Well, I'm not interested in boxing, media or arts, so I'm not sure. But Emma Magorobi, I know that name for sure. Before the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, she was famous. It's just luck. Huh? Us voids originally didn't have talent at all. They were all faked, given to us using Miyutsuro's luck. That's what your talent is. It's just as Zero has said. But Yoroko was still right, they still technically have a talent. Hajime is a genius famous amateur boxer, and Emma is a world-class child actor. Iroha here is a painter from a proud family, and Nike is a capable reporter. However, in order to reach that position, the power from the heavens had to be used. Wait a minute, Sora said that. If Utsuro dies, the luck he brought disappears, and the results caused by that luck will gradually disappear. Yes, we're all losing our talents. Even if they're still protected by divine luck, we are still in a good position, but... So even though our talents are gone, it was just a matter of time until someone noticed. Yes, now you understand why I did this. You understand, right? You have to go through with this. So what? You want me to feel sorry for you? You still do terrible things. Yoriko, calm down. Anyway, we have our answer. We know the reason why there are no capsules for the voids. So now we know. This was the plan of Void. We were all just used by Mikado, me included. Only Mikado knows the full truth. Even with Iroha, nothing has changed. We still don't know any definitive clues. No, although she was an enemy, Iroha is still one more ally. Now we joined forces, we can defeat Mikado. Now what's wrong? Now it's just like Monocro said. I wouldn't be much help. We didn't have any information before, but at least with Iroha now, we know all the Void's members. Even if it's not a definitive clue, the more information we know the better. Well, I have something I want to ask a little later, but first of all, let's investigate the 3 capsules. Reset codes, and that's about it. Okay. Here's a quick save to be sure. Okay, one by one. There is a Sachin thing in the lava. Hibiki Otonokoji. Oh, the twins together, okay. Inside the machine was a little different, but still recognizable women sleeping quietly. Hibiki and Kanade doesn't look that different. Well, they definitely look like adults compared to their young look before. Hibiki and I don't even want to face the thing next to her. Hibiki and I don't even want to face the thing next to her. Iroha, did Void even know that Kanade was a serial killer? I had no idea. I didn't even understand what a person like that was doing in the play in the first place. And when we met Mikado, the plan was already set. Only Mikado knew the criteria for the personal. All of them were just Mikado's puppets, what did you expect? Don't blame Iroha too much, the rest of the Void was just used by him. First of all, let's open the profile. Read it for yourself. Was that a serial killer? On Danganronpa Another? On the first Danganronpa Another? Who died on the second case? Okay, the second case was... on the third case... It was... okay, the third case was... what's the fourth case? The fifth case. I'm going one by one in my mind. I don't want to give spoilers, but there wasn't like a genocide Jack situation. There was a serial killer, but it wasn't a okay, not a serial killer. There wasn't a genocide Jack situation on the first Danganronpa Another. I don't want to give too much spoilers. But he wasn't a serial killer. Yeah, he wasn't a serial killer. What is going on? Oh well. Hibiki Otonokoji. Before the tragedy, she was a vocalist who was in a popular band Melody Rhythm. After the tragedy, she revitalized the stagnant society. She created charity performances where all the money was donated to restoration projects. In addition to her band activities, she also participated in volunteer activities quite often. Because of this action, she began to be called the next generation symbol of hope. And this personoid. Kanade Otonokoji. Before the tragedy, she was a guitarist who was in the popular band Melody Rhythm. After the tragedy, she revitalized the stagnant society. She created charity performances with all the money she was donating. Oh, same thing. Participating in volunteer activities quite often. Because of this name, okay. Huh? There is hardly a difference between them. Why is a killer who has taken at least 60 lives considered a next generation symbol of hope? It's another strange thing I noticed. With his profile alone, there doesn't seem to be any connection to the 79 class of Hope's Peak. Actually, I only have basic information about the twins. I was also amazed by Kanade's turn. What? Surely you should know everyone except Kokoro. Wait, I can make a theory, but it's not re-entered information. Mikado might not have even known about Kanade's tendencies. Could that be possible? Did Miss Kanade herself say in the third trial? This is the first time was even caught. That must mean nobody ever caught her committing murders, which means that this was left as an unprecedented case. The police trying to solve over 60 cases. Perhaps it could have been in connection with the police. The police? The director of the Kizaragi Foundation. 79 class students, former ultimate policeman Tsurugi Kinjo. I'm sure he had a close relationship trying to catch Miss Kanade. Wait, the ultimate policeman? Think about it. Important figures around Melody Rhythm continue to disappear. Of course, at some point, the twins must have been interrogated. Tsurugi Kinjo hates evil more than anyone else. It's hard to think that he wasn't on the case. What about Hibiki? She's not related. No, at this time, Hibiki was also a suspect, the same as Kanade. She would have been interrogated too. And because of Kanade's nature, she would have highly covered up her crimes completely. Therefore, I think Miss Hibiki would have met Kinjo at least once. Wait, isn't that a little off? I don't know who Mikado was, but how did he find a serial killer that even the police couldn't find? That's... well, it was only a theory. I'm not too sure, I'm sorry. That's something I'm worried about too. One condition Monokuro said is that the next generation symbol of hope must be related to the 79 class. How do I explain this? It just feels so odd to me, like a random selection. In fact, when I heard about the people in the plan, I did question the criteria a little. Mikado said that these people are enough, there is no alternative. There is no alternative? He said because they would be difficult people to capture and everybody knew them. Well, kidnapping not one but two celebrities wouldn't have been easy. How the hell does he have so much nonsense? So much nonsense intelligence? If you think about it, we really didn't know anything about Mikado. The mastermind behind the killing game, the leader of Voids. Even during the killing game, we couldn't find out the true intentions, we were just doing nothing. So now that we can investigate as freely as possible, being left alone gives me a weird feeling of incongruity. And then Setsuka. Oh wow, just like a cowboy. Inside the machine was a different but still recognizable woman sleeping quietly. Setsuka. She looks older than Yoroko, but I could still tell it was her. Although it was with a fake memory in a virtual world, she was trying too hard to end the killing school trip. Maybe she was a detective. Was she a detective? She tried to help everyone to the end. Read her. It's nice to see her face after so long, but you know how too well that she's not there. Yeah. Perhaps if Shinji and Setsuka hadn't been here, our bonds might have been broken. Even though it is all over, during the killing school trip, if I can see this in the trial hut. Setsuka Chibukuro. Okay, I guess it more because of the clothing. He's very into traditional noir investigation. Duster? Do I call it a duster? Yeah, sure, the noir investigation clothing. Like it's like noir detective novels, maybe I forgot the name. I managed to forget the name. Private investigator. An investigator? Miss Chabukuro was trying to capture all of the hidden remnants of despair. She made a big contribution. Because of this, she gained a lot of trust from the public and she was practically called a symbol of hope. But she wasn't related to the 79 class. What? Then why did Mikado capture her? She was connected to the Kisaragi Foundation and was looking for him. Huh? What? Setsuka was a member of the Kisaragi Foundation? No, she was a private investigator who did not belong to the Foundation themselves. Just before she was forced into the killing game, she was commissioned by the Kisaragi Foundation. So she accepted and tried to capture Mikado. However, Mikado caught onto this and somehow managed to kidnap her. Anyway, talent-wise, she was perfect for the killing game. Because the Kisaragi Foundation itself was founded by the 79 class. With that, the conditions were satisfied. Then Setsuka was caught looking for voids and got kidnapped? Well, for more details, you should check the profile for yourself. Setsuka Chabukuro, she lost her right eye in an accident, and won an amateur billiards tournament with the power of a transplanted eye. But soon after, she was expelled from the billiards world for cheating. Since then, the detailed information is unknown. After the tragedy, she used the power of the photographic eye to become a private investigator as a robot. Okay, it's a robot eye. Like she got transplanted a glass eye by a... I almost say the wrong thing. A glass eye by a tarot reader. And it was magic. It was kind of like Coward the Cowardly Dog. Cowardly... The dog, the purple dog. Cartoon Network. What's the name? The green Chihuahua one. Chihuahua. Tarot? Chihuahua. And contributed greatly for rebuilding society and finding the remnants of despair. Chihuahua. Come to think of it, Nike knew that, right? That Setsuka's eye functioned like a camera. What kind of insane surgery did she get to have a camera in her eye? She was tracking down the remnants of despair, right? The mob that was infecting the streets. Well, currently most of them have been apprehended or just straight up disappeared. Unfortunately, I do not know the exact request that she received. How she was called by Mikado. An investigator capable enough to be called a symbol of hope, kidnapped and used for his horrible plan. I'm really interested who Mikado is. Do you know Iroha? Well, even if you ask me, I don't know. Mikado only told us the information we need to know for the plan. I told you before. It's my first time reading these profiles myself. Yeah, if it was Mikado, I wouldn't give the important information to a kid like you. What's that supposed to mean? Come to think of it, Monochrome, you said you can freely administer this world, right? Well, technically yes, but not 100%. Mikado has not given me all the permissions here. Then, is it possible to recover the notes that Setsuka left? A note? Oh, you mean the one that Kanade burned? Yes, Kanade said something like, what's these amazing notes left by Setsuka? I want to know what it said. The contents might have something we can use against Mikado. Now Monochrome, can you retrieve the note? That's a great idea, remember it, Sora. Of course I can. You're talking about the notes Miss Kanade burns during the trial. Third trial, correct? Please wait a few moments. Well done, Sora. If you can find the clues that Setsuka left behind, you can have a new weapon on our side. When I saw Setsuka, it suddenly came to my mind. Yes? Sir? Are you printing from your butt? It is coming from a little bird hole. That sounds dirty. Is it coming? Hello? Why are you? There is no backup data from that. The recovery will be impossible. What? Why? You managed to restore the burned monocrew, so what's the problem? That is impossible because there was existing backup data. The data on Miss Chibukuro's note has been deleted. The only thing you can think of is Mikado himself deleted the data, or... That's ridiculous. It obviously was something important that he had to remove it. Well, there's a lot of things we don't know about Mikado. Well, I thought it could be of great help. I apologize. It's not your fault. I guess it just wouldn't be that easy. But Sora, there's nothing we can say to Monocro that would change anything. But now we need to do whatever we can. Sora, you're being strangely calm. Unfortunately, I was just as I said, there was nothing we could do. And we've been able to gain from this is that Setsuka was commissioned by the Kisaragi Foundation. At this point, neither Monocro or Iroha knew much at all. If you can escape this virtual world, maybe I should ask somebody at the Foundation about her. About what kind of request she received, or what information she had about Mikado. Hope I can find it. What is it? Sora, have you unlocked all the reset codes? Yes. Just as Monocro said, the reset code initialized the restoration of tempered data. Iroha was an avatar like me, she was always like this. Why am I being mentioned? Isn't that if that's right, Sora? Even when you use the reset code on voids, it's safe to assume that their appearance won't change. Yorko, I know what you're implying. That I'm a void too. Huh? Well, I'm not 100% sure yet. But it only makes sense since the reset code works the same as the voids. I agree with you. As Yorko said, my amnesia hasn't gone, even after the reset code has been released. Sora, you thought Akanitara was dead. Maybe something got lost in the process. I'm not sure right now. Maybe Mikado was aiming to release Akanitara. You're in a different position to me though, since you're one of the next generation hopes like Yuri. I'm curious about something. What is it? Who exactly is Akanitara? Huh? Iroha, you don't know who Akanitara is. Can we stop saying Akanitara? Just 1 sec. I may need another pause. Who Akanitara is? Huh? It's the first time I heard that name. Is that Sora's real name? What the hell are you talking about? The Void's new information about the killing game participants. That's all Nike knew about Setsuka's eyes. So how don't you know about Sora? Well, unlike everyone else, I didn't get any information on Sora. When I asked about you, Mikado just told me you were a participant. Just a participant? Really? Really? Actually, I didn't even know her name in the first place. So I'd like to ask, who are you, Sora? Sora's real name is Akanitara. Like you, Void, she was one of the children who was helped by Yutsuro. Yeah, helped. Oh. She pretty much said it. Wow, I guess she really didn't know. You're not lying? Why would you lie about it? My name is Akanitara, and I was with Utsuro in his last moments. You were with Utsuro when he died? Oh, shut up! I'm gonna go deaf. So you really are part of the children of Utsuro? Children of Utsuro. Ah, it's just a name we called each other. Who the other children of Utsuro looked after. In other words, Void. Mikado Sanoji called it Void. Originally, Nike was the leader, and it was a small group instead of an organization. We didn't have another name. And as soon as Mikado joined, he said that the children of Utsuro was over. Please give us the details. Sora, you should already know if you really are a member. Utsuro didn't just help one or two people. And when Utsuro died, our divine luck disappeared. With that, our talents disappeared. As a result of that, according to Mikado, they died. That makes sense. Nobody will notice a few extra deaths when there's a tragedy taking place. Then without the power of luck, your life is at risk. So how is the rest of Void alive? Oh well, death isn't guaranteed. But considering the sort of people Utsuro helps, you can imagine what would happen if the luck vanished. Divine luck itself don't cause death, it just makes people like me go back to their hell. And that could cause suicide. Isn't that right, Iroha? Even though they were all under the same luck, it depends on how much they needed that protection. He said that. That's right, some people's lives were saved as a result. Just as much people's small wishes were granted, some people's lives were saved. And the degree of the disappearance matches the total amount of divine luck they received. So are you saying that the voice received a lot of protection, meaning that it's disappearing more slowly? That's what I'm trying to say, thank you. Wait a minute, that reminds me of something. Doesn't matter, anyway it's just a virtual world. And you are a Kanetara, doesn't matter if you just heard Avatar or not. I'm sure I have some sort of relationship with a Kanetara. So that means Mikado Sanoji also knows about a Kanetara. Why did he try to conceal that information? Mikado Sanoji tried to cover up a Kanetara. How would Shobai know that? How don't you know about that? Mikado was the only one in Void that he knew about a Kanetara. Mikado knew about a Kanetara and hid it. Shobai knew information about Voids that Iro herself didn't know. I wonder what happened. Children of Utsuro. Oh. Okay, I'm good. Iroha? What do you want? Don't worry about what happened. It's in the past. But why did you knock me off the Tower of Babel? Stop yelling! Jesus! Oh, no, that wasn't me, Sora. It was somebody else. I sinned. I'm sorry. Well, that time, Mikado was threatening me, so I couldn't help it, so I was just pressured killed by him. Yeah, I really didn't want to. Honest. If I didn't, Mikado would have killed me. There is no need to tremble like that. I don't blame you, I have no intention of looking down on you. Huh? But if you had died... Let's not think like that. In the end, you ended up helping me get my memories back. What are you on about? It doesn't matter, I'll tell you later. But if you truly feel sorry about it, you can always make it up to me later. Of course. Come to think of it, I have a question for you, Iroha. What is it? You said it when you talked to Yoriko earlier, right? Give me one last sec. Had to fix my chat. About Utsuro's children, each of which received help from Utsuro as a child, and gained divine luck. So in many ways, it matches up with Void, so does that include you? Yes. Well, in the case of me, I needed acknowledgement from the people around me. He wanted recognition. You know how my family is known for being a generation of famous artists? My mother, my father, my sister, and my brother. All of them were full of talent and I was trying doodles. And if you were married, you'd be pushed around by your wife, husband? Or why are you into it, Iroha? It was only me who couldn't do anything. Painting, sculpting, design, whatever I did, I was always mediocre at. I couldn't fit into the first-class family. You even deceived us with your art abilities. That's why I was given divine luck. I wanted to be acknowledged by my family, by the world. That's all I wanted. After I met Tutsuro, I joined the Nihue family, like the others, and I became a great painter. So a painting ability was granted from divine luck. So is that why you joined Void? Because your talents began to disappear? Yes. But of course you know, you had to commit crimes in Void, including murder. If I'm not talented, I don't even deserve to be alive. Of course I knew I was criminal. But you won't understand. Calm down, Iroha. I'm not trying to judge you. Sora, before meeting Yusuro was nothing. There was no other way. Huh? Me, who could only draw small little mediocre paintings, was a big shame to my family name. So that's why they hid me from the public. Everyone knows me as the youngest daughter of the Nihue family. But the covered-up story was that I had a mental illness, so I couldn't move my body. This allowed them to keep me in the house without anybody asking questions. What kind of family is this? Of course my life wasn't affected that much. I had 3 meals a day, and it wasn't an uncomfortable place. But except from eating and sleeping, I was just stuck there, painting in my room, drawing and drawing. And I couldn't go outside, and I had 24-hour employee surveillance. If I tried to do something else or run away, my parents would have me contacted right away. And after that, punishment time. It sounds like what happened at the Tower of Babel a few days ago. And guess what? The Tower of Babel felt better than staying in my room, the roughness. I was so young at the time. I just wanted to die. But for a timid person like me, there is no way I could kill myself. You are in prison until you are able to live up for your family name. That was the rules. Do you think I improved? I tried. Didn't you say that you like manga? Yes, I enjoyed it when I was young, but after I was in prison, I couldn't even touch it. My family doesn't see manga or cartoons as art. Well, then I guess it wasn't a good family, was it? Imagine living with a bunch of Karens. Everyone in a household is a fucking Karen. I was only allowed to watch anime when I was blessed by the heavens. Got so much love for my family after that. The heavens opened up. Divine luck. Sora, he was blessed too, so you should understand. If it was to go back to how it was before you met Utsuro, and if you could somehow stop it, you have made the same choice as I did. Would I? I thought that Akanitara died with Master Utsuro. If Utsuro died, that means... Like Iroha, would I try to do anything to revive the luck? Master Utsuro, are you about to die? Of course, I want Master Utsuro to live, but me and Master Utsuro were criminals before people. If you die, you can atone for your sins. But this already happened, and Utsuro is dead. He wanted to die for what felt like a lifetime, and in the end I put him down. Some people could say he just ran away without paying the price for everything he committed. But ethics and morality aside, I have something more important to me. Master Utsuro. If he wants you to do something, you have to do it. It brings you back to life. It brings back divine luck. To return to hell or follow Utsuro. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Right? Why do you think, Sora? Jesus! Sora! Yeah? What? Why? Your expression turned blank when I was speaking to you. I'll just... wait a minute. I'm okay now. Okay. Well then. Anyway, that's my story. I don't know much about the others' backstories. All I know is that Hajime was health, Emma was wealth, Nike was power. What about Mikado? Mikado? I didn't ask. It's bad to pry into other people's pasts. He would have been mad at me if I asked. I see. Anyway, Iroha, I see how desperate every void was. But I'm in the same position. Even so, you're wrong. I know I don't deserve to say this, but when this is all over, you should pay for your sins, as part of the children of Utsuro. That is right. We have to fight against Mikado, to prevent luck from being revived. What's wrong? Well, it's good to pay for your sins, but can we find another way? Excuse me? I'm joking, of course. Akane Taira? Hey, me? This discomfort. What is it? Luck from the heavens. How can we go now? Have we done investigating? We need to move. Right, well, let's move our way. Again, prepare yourself for the distance. Come this way. The Tower of Babel, I don't think it's supposed to exist very well, so it's gonna be corrupt data on corrupt data. It's gonna be weird. What? I can't even see. Where is everyone? Yoroko, careful what you're touching. Sorry, I didn't mean... Monocro? Monocro, are you here? Do something. Fucking... Yeah, it's corrupt data on corrupt data. I'm deeply sorry I surprised you all. Let there be light. I'm sure it's brighter, but everything is still dark. No, it's not dark, it's something else. It's just like space. There's literally nothing here. But how can it stand if there is no floor? I apologize. I expected this, but it's harder than expected. What are you talking about? Where the hell are we? Sora? Yoroko? Over there. Wait, is that? Yeah, it's Shinji. Wait a minute. All the singularities before have been the previous motorcade locations. So why is Shinji here? This is the Tower of Babel's power room. The remnants of it anyway. The remnants? Tower of Babel, as you know, was outside of Mikado's territory. I know that Nike made the Tower of Babel, but it is an object that doesn't exist in the original program, so when it rebooted it, looks like the data was removed. Tower of Babel was deleted. Well, because the data that contained the tower was deleted, I moved Shinji to this empty space. Do you understand? Nope. Does the location really matter? Shinji's capsule is still here, and you can get information right there. I guess you're right. The Tower of Babel. Ever since we stepped foot to that tower, things began to get stranger and stranger. Nike and Theria started to run wild, and I became aware that I was an enemy. Shobai's behavior changed soon after we left the Tower of Babel too. Huh? Wait, if the Tower of Babel was prepared by Nike. Sora, what's up? Something bothering you? Iroha. What is it? You don't know anything about the tower, right? No, I don't know anything about it. Nike made it in the first place without other void's knowledge. At the time, Mikado said that Nike couldn't have done it at all. So if it didn't help Nike make the Tower of Babel, how the hell did he do it? I know it's a waste to ask, but do you know anything useful? Wait, I might actually know something. Just say it already. I'm not too sure, but Nike always said we should take Mikado's side. Because of what I was stuck. Because of that I was stuck. But it got a little awkward with us, so that was more than more solo actions. Maybe not tying... Sora, it's okay. Nike is the only one who could answer that question. He's dead. And the tower is gone. But now let's investigate on what is in front of us, rather than what we can find out. I see. I'm sorry, Somji was just bugging me. Glad that's sorted. Then, let's investigate Shinji's quickly. And I'm sorry, but we're in quite a rush, so investigate as soon as possible, please. This place feels very uncomfortable as a program. I want to leave as soon as possible. Oh, nice. Inside the capsule is a man who looks middle-aged, sleeping silently. Shinji, just how old are you? Late 50s, also known as middle-aged by international standards of the current era. Is that enough to be your father? Well, Kokoro was quite old too, so it's not that surprising. Let's see. Name Shinji Kasai. Ever since he was a young man, he was a hard-working firefighter. He was responsible for saving many lives during his time of duty. At one point, he was fairly high position, but he was too reckless and crossed the line. His health was never the same. Thanks to his wife and children, he began to recover slightly and eventually became a security guard. Nevertheless, when the tragedy hit, he took off and began to save countless people from disasters. He was proud to become the first next-generation symbol of hope for his work. He fought to help everybody using his firefighting abilities until the tragedy ended. That's amazing, Shinji. Just as he was here, an uncle figure for us all. Shinji was married? That's not focusing on? That's what you're focusing on? Remembering the Shinji we know, I'm not sure how a guy like that got married. Wow, Sora, too soon. I'm joking. By his relationship to the 79 class, Shinji had a great influence in resolving all the despair. He was a great man, after all. If he didn't act, the death toll could have been much higher. There is no record of him enrolling Hope's Peak, but it really does compare to the ultimate true talent. Since he saved the lives of most people, including the 79 class, you could say he was indirectly related. But his most decisive move was saving the life of a young Kanata Inori, the 79 class ultimate surgeon. Kanata Inori. Kanata lived alone after losing her family in a tragic car accident when she was young. The life of Miss Inori was saved by Shinji, who arrived as an active firefighter in the accident. She was in critical condition at the time, and he used his friendship with Hikaru Ondo. Together the help she needed. Both of them seem to have gotten close after saving Kanata's life. For reference, the doctor called Hiraku is currently working in the medical team of the Kizaragi Foundation. What's with that look? There's something you don't understand. It's not that. It's just a lot of information. Kanata, Hikaru... I don't even know them very well. Me too. I can see why I won this, but shouldn't you? I keep telling you, Mikado said all the preparations were done. Except for Sora, who was a 79 class member, I'm in a similar situation to you, Yoroko. Right, Sora? Sora? Yeah. That's right. You know, you'll be there. Sora? Hmm? Anyway, Shinji was the first of the next generation of symbols of hope. One could view him as the leader of the group. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. Sorry about that. Even without the connection to the 79 class, Mikado would have chosen him, I assume. Well, this is roughly about it for Shinji. Yes, there's much more to say. Let's move on. According to the rules so far, the Twin Towers are next, right? Well, I mean, this is the last singularity. Huh? What do you mean? As Yoriko stated, the Twin Towers were the other mother side of Theria is the only one remaining. To be honest, I'm not sure if you can properly investigate Theria. Why is that? Unlike you who are using a genuine connector for the New World program, Theria's entrance was made from another location. This is too confusing. In an easy to understand explanation, all of you right now are lying in the same room in reality. The New World program is quite bulky, because of this the connection has to be concentrated in one room. By the way, Theria wasn't part of Mikado's plan from the beginning. He and the other Kisaragi members accessed the program through the alternative methods. You're talking about Rei. Rei entered the same way. Wait, Monokuro, that's a contradiction. Sora said she met the Rei girl in the Tower of Babel. But she was obviously burned to ashes on the first day in the killing game. If death in the virtual world is death in the real world, how the hell is she alive? Miss Mekaru is alive? Monokuro said the connector is different, right? Maybe that one doesn't cause death. No, even if the connector method is different, the program connects directly to the brain, as evidenced by Theria being completely dead. Interesting. How is Miss Mekaru alive? I don't know for sure. Can we just ask her directly when we enter the real world? Problem solved. Any more questions? I want to leave. You really are desperate. Do you hate this place that bad? Well, you wouldn't know. I just feel worrisome. Anyway, when you're ready to head to the last area, please talk to me. Wait, the next one is the last. Sora? There were 5 killings you experienced in this game, so the singularity's numbers will be the same. The people who have died so far: Yuri, Kokoro, Satsuka, the twin Shinji. 6 people in total. Out of 16 participants, there was 5 voids and only 10 normal students. Of the remaining 5 left, Yoroko is the same as the dead symbols, and Ama Karitara. Yuki is the void purpose itself, then all that remains. What about Theria and Shobai? Theria belonged to the Kisaragi Foundation and was captured trying to rescue us. What about Shobai? Surely he can be a symbol? Shobai is quite irregular, as you could say. You don't have to say, Monokuro. I'll ask my friends. You know how I'm talking to you. I'm not sure. Is Shobai... what do I know about him? Don't lie to my face. I can tell you're lying, you know. Did you know about the identity of Shobai? Yes. No. By the way, can I say... You said you'll help us. The least you can do is answer a few questions. Oh what? I guess there is no redemption for you voids. Yorko, what are you trying to say? Please be nice to me. You start being nice and I'll be nice. And stop screaming at me, I'm older, treat me with respect. Girls, you're both pretty. Now calm down. What? Shobai was our Void's collaborator. What? Collaborated? Wait, Nike said something like that at the Tower of Babel. Now it's true that Void Zone has 5 members, but that's not how there is to it. Humor as is that there's a mysterious collaborator that helped with our plans. A collaborator, you say? Go on. No one other than Mikado knows about this person. Only heard about their existence after all. Wait, wasn't Nike lying about that? It's not a lie. We knew about the collaborator was. We know who the collaborator was, it's Shobai. Don't misunderstand. I don't know what Shobai was supposed to do. The only person who knows what the collaborator was actually doing was Mikado. But didn't Nike say that none of the other members knew apart from Shobai? Nike was that kind of person. I told a lot of lies too, but don't take him such a bad person. I mixed the lies with the truth. So Nike talked about the insider of Void being Shinji when it was actually Shobai. But he fought against Mikado on the first islands. So what did that mean? I'm not sure about the details. Shobai was a man who took employment seriously, remember? Employment? So if you gave him a certain amount of money, he would do anything without hesitation. But Shobai didn't know about Mikado when we started the killing game. Well, what happened between Mikado and Shobai? I'm not sure. Shobai's memories may have been manipulated like all of yours. Wait, so he looked that awful even in high school? I wonder what he looks like now then. No, Shobai avatar works like the Voids. Since he was hired for the plan, he wanted to be a symbol of hope that he wasn't related to the 79 class. Mikado manipulated Shobai's memories. Why would he do that after paying him? Well, that's all I can tell you about Shobai for now. Iroha doesn't seem to know more either. If you think about it, Shobai and the Tower of Babel seem a little different. Especially on the 5th island where he mentioned Akane Taira. It suddenly disappeared before my eyes too. Did he recover his memories at some point? Excuse me. I wasn't intentionally helping you, but looks like I gotta do what I was paid for. If Shobai was the collaborator of Mikado, then what did that mean? Why did you know about the Kizaragi Foundation? Well, I don't have much information on the foundation either. But information hasn't exactly got a conclusion. We are just left with more questions. Easiest answer to them would be from Mikado's own mouth. Well, I don't think he could tell so easily. What's the real Mikado doing? It wasn't part of our execution, he's got to be alive somewhere. I see. Mikado appears like a ghost who meets misfortune. That's just him. So I said that Shobai is gone, and Yuki too. I'm not sure he's around. I'm not sure about Mikado, but I can sense Yuki. What happened? With hiccup. He seems to be in the next singularity, probably trapped there just like Iroha was. For now, there's nothing else for us to do here. Let's go and find Yuki. Mikado, the Kizaragi Foundation, all of our problems are about to come together. We need a plan. You're right. Shinji Kasai, Shobai Hashimoto. Okay. Quick save. We may be going close to the class trial. Can we quickly move? Right, well, let's move right away. Again, prepare yourself, yada yada, come this way. What the hell is this? Whoa! What is this place? Oh, it's a monocruise. It's kinda like Bibs and Bobs of the monocruise. We have arrived. The final place in the hour program. It's a singularity, but not a singularity. It's the 5th singularity. Is this Higa City's Twin Towers? We've come full circle. Sora? Sora, what's wrong? Oh no. What's wrong with me? I got chills and goosebumps the moment I stepped foot in here. It's different from just feeling dizziness. It's a weird sensation that's hard to explain. Are you all okay? What? I feel a bit dizzy, but I'm used to it for the 4th time around. Is there something wrong? No. I'm fine, don't worry. Was I fine? Why am I the only one who felt that? That feeling is immediately setting off warning sirens in my head. Well, as you all know, Daria must be here, somewhere. As I said, his connection is differently to this world, however. I cannot conclude if his theory is still intact or not, until I see him for myself. So where is Daria? He's probably in the warehouse. Now wait a minute. Sora? I'm not sure what it is, but there is something there. I feel danger coming from the warehouse. What do you mean? Miss Sora, I don't know what you mean. If you don't go through the door, you cannot see Yuki. Wait, Yuki's in there? No, don't. What is my problem? It's like that sensation I had during the 3rd class trial. I'm hesitating because I can't figure out what this creepy sensation is. Suddenly, something began to move. Sora, you can feel it too, can't you? The sign. Because there. Oh. It's been a while, you dumb fools. Surviving like cockroaches. I guess I should congratulate you. This plan should have ended much earlier, but I've just disregarded that plan now. The person who opened the warehouse door was Mikado Shanonji. Can't forget a horrid face like that. As if his previous attire wasn't creepy enough, his new mask and shape takes it a whole new level. It's not really a mask. For sure, go ahead. There was someone else in the arms of Mikado. Yuki! He's finally made his appearance. Mikado, don't kill us. Don't be so cautious. I have no intention of taking your life. What? You just tried to shamelessly execute us. That is simply because you reached the wrong conclusion. What did you do to Yuki? What did I do to him? I didn't do anything. This is all your fault he's like this. What? Do not worry, he is alive, just unconscious. By the way, something unexpected has happened, quite embarrassing. And despite you not knowing my plan, you brought them all here, Monocro. What? Plan? Monocro, you... No, don't rush to conclusions. I am your ally, not your enemy. Mikado, I don't know what you're planning, but I am no longer under your control. This must be the limits of your usefulness. Like his face is distorting. Like usually the left side of his face is unmoving. And the right side is all like squinty and stuff. It's like the glitch side is still following the mask rules. But it feels wrong. So it's just squinting. It's kind of weird and distorted. What? Unfortunately, your role was ended a long time ago. No matter how important you was, I can't have you flying around doing what you want. I have no choice but to deal with you myself. After saying that, Mikado began to raise his hands and draw a magic circle. What? What? Monochrome! A sharp spear of flames created by Mikado just pierced through Monochrome's tiny body. The spear burned brightly and began to explode Monochrome's body from within. Oh, Mikado! No way. I can't. From the beginning, Oi! Red hot debris fell all across the walls and floor while Monochrome's body was completely destroyed. Sure. Rest well, Monochrome. It was only a substitute for the far more useful Monochrome anyway, just a simple AI. Now that the side characters are gone, shall we move to the final act? What? Why do you have plans? We already have our memories back and we know the truth. We won't fit in no plan anymore. So let us out of here immediately. I will let you go, stop being dramatic. It's over now anyway. Didn't I say I have no intention of taking any more lives? Really? Well, I admit, according to the original plan, your house should have been executed and died. However, since things turned out this way, a revision of the plan was needed. I will spare your lives accordingly. Wouldn't you say it makes sense? Do you really think we trust you that easily? If you really don't intend to harm us, hand over Yuki. What? I'm sorry, what did you say? I think I heard you wrong. I wouldn't ask for that. Let's not as comrades fight. Someone like you. Mikado, your avatar seems to have changed a bit. Nothing like that happened to us, and your avatar seems broken. Okay, good. I will return Yuki to you, but I cannot at the moment. I will when we are finished. Not only that, I will let you return to your peaceful daily lives with no harm. I'll swear on my name. Mikado began to shout with an obscene gesture. Countless times I have been tricked by his speeches. There's nothing wrong here. It's gotta be lying. There's something wrong here. It's gotta be lying. In the end, it looks like our killing school trip has been extended. As long as Mikado, the masked man who played this owl, doesn't let us, there's no hope to escape. Like when Ray was burnt on the first day, fragments of Monochrome are still scattered everywhere. Even though this was a virtual world, the smell of burning felt real, like it was breaking a wheel of resistance. Our options were slowly disappearing from us, little by little. What do you want us to do? I am honest, the rest of the plan from now on will be improvised. Strictly speaking, my plan was 99% successful. The 1% did fail, probably due to the outside interference, but that doesn't matter to me, I have insurance. Master Utsuro. Has Yuki already been taken over by Utsuro? Is it not possible for the original Yuki to come back? Sora? An amazing question. The simple answer is yes, you have nothing to worry about. As you all know, Void's plan is resurrection of divine luck. To do that, we need to resurrect Utsuro. However, that doesn't necessarily mean we have to sacrifice Yuki. What do you mean? Do you not understand? In other words, Utsuro can be revived with divine luck, and Yuki can be brought back to life on his own life. An happy ending while everyone wins. Isn't this what you want? There is no need to fight each other, right? That is ridiculous. There can't be such a happy ending. If that was possible, why would you put us throughout this killing game? Is there a need for me to answer all of your questions? Everything I say is true. The choice is yours in the end. You can have a happy ending or not. Is this really true? You don't believe in two. But I can't help it. Monochrome tried to resist and look how it turned out. We can't beat him. Also, Mikado had planned to kill us. We would have already done so. Am I wrong? You're not wrong, but... Yoriko is okay. Doesn't matter if he's lying or not. If we don't follow him, he will just kill us. That is true. You should accept it. Sora! Mikado, if you betray us, no matter what happens, I won't let you escape. I will attack you head on, take back everything you've taken from us, and stop your plans. Fine by me. Excuse me. Fine, but this is the last time I go along with his plans. What should we do from now on? Let's see. From now on, we're going to work on completing the last 1% of the plan. It's simple. What I want you to do is the same as what you did during the skiing school trip. A class trial. The final class trial. Not a class trial? Originally, the 5th class trial should have been the last. No, the plan should have been finished after that. The last judgment ended up in disaster, so if you wish for the good ending, we have to try again. Damn it, that means someone else has to die after all. Oh, do not mistake my words. We will not be discussing a murder case. We will discuss the truth, specifically my plan. About Void's plan, the killing school trip, and the next generation symbols of hope. You came here with Monochrome, collecting information on the way, correct? Mikado, are you asking us to figure out your plan? Put it together, the plan I've worked my whole life for. If we discover the truth, I'll let you live. And if you fail... If we fail? It shouldn't matter. Regardless of the outcome, you have the rest of your life to do it. What? That means we have to remain here forever. I value results over anything else. No matter how perfect the process, if the result is a disaster, it would be all in vain. Ironically, the class trial is more of a process in itself than a result. Even the process of making a class trial itself is a result. What are you talking about? Does that mean you don't care about what we do in the class trial? Can I continue what I'm saying? You just need to clear the class trial and my plan will be complete. What should we do, Sora? Doesn't it sound suspicious? There must be something up. Sora, you said you was going to attack Mikado head on. Any plans? I don't have a plan. I'm sorry. Huh? For Mikado it's the same. His plan is ruined. Actually, this is because of some outside interference. Who in the real world is trying to sabotage Mikado? Maybe someone from the Kizaragi Foundation. As long as we're in the virtual world, all we can do is wait for someone to come and help us. But if they come help us, wouldn't they have been before? Guess you have to believe in whoever it was. No, the Kizaragi Foundation must have done it. I don't think we would have survived the execution without them. This means the Foundation is finally acting, and it's proof they won't let Mikado escape. But why are they acting so late? Is this going to be a tough fight? I don't exactly know what Mikado's after, or why the Kizaragi Foundation is helping us. I think this is the best we can do for now. What should I do? One option after another. No actual meeting? Well, it's decided, let's move immediately. Now with the sudden reboots, there's a lot of errors all over the place. This time, we are going straight to the final trial grounds. Let's go. This will be the end of everything. The final trial grounds? What is that? That will be all, follow me. This is a vacant spot in Higa City, so there should be nothing here. Originally, if you enter this place, you'll be in an infinite loop of a forest to eventually come back. But I have configured it to show a building in the vacant spots as a failsafe in case the system reboots. That building? Yes, the final judgment room. Let's go. Judgments. Ooh, you went into the woods with Mikado with other words. Soon the thick fog cleared and the appearance of a huge tower began to appear. It was a very different feeling from the Tower of Babel. It's an overbearing feeling. What do you think? It's grandiose enough for your finale. Is this the final judgment room? Was this prepared for an emergency, or was you always planning for this? I wouldn't say expected, I'd say prepared. Honestly, I'm quite happy to be revealing this. Even more happy than I was when I confessed to being a void. However, my plan was already in motion. Being here makes me feel like there's nothing else to fail. How long are you planning to keep Yuki like that? Even if he is unconscious, do you plan to involve him in a class trial? Don't worry about that. When you arrive in the judgment tower, you will... Getting tired. Oh, finally, the environment is worth seeing. It doesn't look that different. The elevator is exactly the same. This part is a copy-pasted. However, unlike the last elevator, this one goes to the sky instead of undergrounds. A class trial in the sky whilst you admire the scenery. Won't that be perfect for the final chapter? Okay, now that's it. What? Ta-da! Mikado snapped his fingers and the unconscious Yuki disappeared. Yuki? What? Why did you send Yuki? Yuki will take a special little role in the class trial. Special role? Don't you know? Yuki is key in Void's plan. That's what it means. Yuki's unconscious avatar is his vessel that will still be resurrected. He cannot participate in the trial. So I pull out the mind of Yuki and put it elsewhere. What? Did you say he was just unconscious? You do not have to worry, my friends. I did promise, remember? Yuki will be returned to you. And you can return to your peaceful daily life. This is no harm if you are living, so I don't mind. Anyway, Yuki is already in the trial grounds, being shown using a separate display. At the end of the trial, everything will go back to normal. So I ask you to focus carefully. Is there anything else you need to ask? Can I save the game? I didn't think so. Now are you all ready? Yoroko, we have to do this. I know. Should we really be following his words so easily? I wonder if it's really the right thing to be doing, but... if it is true that Yuki is still alive, we have to do this. Yoroko, we need to join forces. Wait, why wasn't I mentioned too? I'm with you. Oh, right. Why do I think that she's just going to betray us again? I won't. I've definitely made up my mind. Aren't you just doing this to stay alive? Of course not. Like it or not, running away isn't an option. As Mikado said, this is the final chapter, the finale. The grand events around us, oh, excuse me again. I'm caught by surprise. The grand events around us start to push us towards the end. Somehow I want to prolong this as long as possible. I hope somebody will come to intervene, because there is still a chance for us to fight back. Good, the elevator doors are open. Let us go to the final stage. For the last time. Mikado, was he telling the truth? Is it really true? Of course, the bad things are now over. Everything begins and ends with this elevator. I don't want to fight, but I will have to. But I will if I have to. So if anybody wanted a chance to attack, that would be the last time. Oh god.